Good morning, everyone. My name is Orit Kalman, and I'm a senior facilitator with Sac State Consensus and Collaboration Programs, and with my colleague Sophie Correa-Mendel supporting the training sessions for urban water management plans. And today's topic is developing population estimates. And I'm just going to spend just a couple of minutes going over logistics, and then I'll turn it over. As we welcome you, just want to remind everyone we are sharing screens and we're still getting comfortable with Zoom, and be patient with us should we have any challenges today. If you have any technical difficulties, please use the chat to check in with Sophie, and she can help you with technical support. We also have the Q&A panel, which we are going to be using today to ask questions about the information shared during the presentation. And we also encourage you to use the hand raise during the Q&A times on the agenda to share questions in person and provide just your thoughts on the material that is being shared with you today. So chat panel is for technical support. We will not really be looking at the chat for Q&A. If you want to ask questions, either the panel, the Q&A panel, or the hand raise, and we'll go back and forth between both. We'd love to hear from you in person. If you are using the Q&A panel, just a reminder, you can type a question at the bottom of the panel, or you can add comment to other questions if you want to clarify something or expand on a question that has already been posed. You can also vote up a question that you think is particularly important. And we are going to try and get to all the questions today. If there are any unanswered questions by the end of the session, we will provide written responses to them after the training session today. So looking at our agenda for today, we're going to review population methodologies for calculating SB X7-7 baseline target and compliance, and address your questions both with regard to the methodologies, but also cover the DWR Population Tool. So our agenda between now and noon is to provide you with an overview on the topic that we're discussing today. And then we're just going to get right into a more in-depth review of methods for estimating population, thinking about population data and the different available methods. Also going to walk through the DWR Population Tool. And then we're going to wrap up by just reminding everyone of upcoming training, and we'll adjourn at noon. And with that, I would like to turn it over to Julia Ekstrom of DWR.
Hey, thanks, Orit. And thank you all. Good morning. We're excited that this is the third training session to help those of you preparing urban water management plans that are due July 1st, 2021. So the focus this year's training sessions is designed a little differently than we had done in 2015 and in the past. So rather than a full day of a webinar or workshop that covers the entire urban water management plan and all of its topics, we've divided it into modules to offer training sessions on specific topics. And we are recording each of these. So then we will post them on the YouTube website for DWR. And as soon as the first ones are posted, we'll send a notice out to the Urban Water Management listserv. We are hosting 5 training sessions in December. Like I said, this is the third one. And we have 2 others that are going to be offered on December 17th, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And we also would like your input a little later in this webinar on your preference for the December 17th one that goes into SBX 77. So just heads up, look out for that poll because we want to get your input. So as I said, the trainings are recorded and they'll be posted to DWR's YouTube site. They'll be posted here, but I'll send out the link that gets you right to the playlist that's dedicated to all of the training sessions so that they're all, organized in one place. So of course you're welcome to go through them, all in one day, or just as you go in preparing your plan. The presentation slides and other materials will be available on the Water Use Efficiency Stakeholder SharePoint site. And if you don't have access to that yet and you want to, please contact James Campagna and request this at wue@water.ca.gov. And that is also the same contact. You would send a request to James Campagna to get onto the urban listserv if you're not already part of that. That is where we send out notifications about these trainings and other information that's relevant to preparing your urban water management plans. Also, we've had several people in the other trainings ask where to find the Excel templates for the submittal tables and other tables that are part of the urban water management plan preparation and submittal. So the draft versions of those are available on that WUI stakeholder SharePoint site. They are also available
my video's on
the WUI data portal. So for those of you familiar with that, that's the electronic submission portal for the urban water management plans. And we'll put that in the chat of how to access that, but that's where you electronically are going to submit your plans. But there's a resource button, so we have that. Okay, well, thank you again, and we are excited to have Gwen Huff presenting how to do the population methodologies and walking through the population tool. So I'll turn it back over to you, Orit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Julie. And before we get started, we just wanted to check with you and just to get a sense of the level of experience and your interest in this workshop. And so I'm just gonna put a quick poll asking you what, let me see. Want to just check with you if the plan that you're currently working on, do you need to recalculate your baseline and targets? And your responses will inform Gwen's presentation, so we would love to get your response to it. I'll wait a few seconds to give everyone a chance to respond. Okay, I'm going to give you another 10 seconds. It's really helpful for our trainer Gwen today to know what you're listening in for, and I'll share the results with everyone in just 3 seconds. Okay, so you can see we have close to half of our participants who say that their service area has not changed since 2015. And then we have close to half of our participants who are not sure, and that's why they're here. So hope that Gwen is going to shed light and explain all of this today. And with that, I'm going to stop and I'll turn it over to you, Gwen.
Unmute. Okay, so there we are. Am I sharing my screen now?
Not yet. So you can start sharing, and that would cause me to stop sharing. So you can go ahead and do that.
Host disabled participant screen sharing. How do I share my screen? I'd like to share my screen, but when I go to share screen, something comes up that says host disabled participant screen sharing.
You should be able to now, Gwen. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, thank you. Okay, make that smaller. Hi, so welcome everyone, and some of you that worked on on UWMP's last time know my name, if not my face, and I look forward to working with you again. So let's talk about the population estimates and how to develop those. And the first thing we're going to talk about here is what we're going to cover in today's training. How the population estimates are used in the Urban Water Management Plan, methods for estimating population, a walkthrough of the DWR Population Tool, and several opportunities for Q&A. It's a rather technical topic, so we try to intersperse question opportunities as much as possible throughout. So let's talk about the first item, how population estimates are used in the UWMP. This all goes back to a certain legislation. Some of you are not familiar with it, so I'm just going to lay it out. It's the Water Conservation Act of 2009, and this is called SBX 7-7. Sometimes it's also called 20 by 2020 because it's 20% reduction in urban water use by the year 2020. So you might hear SBX 7-7, you might hear 20 by 20, all the same thing. This legislation requires the state of California to reduce urban per capita water use by 20% by the year 2020. We are in 2020, so this UWMP is where the rubber meets the road. The legislation further requires each urban retail water supplier to help the state collectively achieve this target by developing an urban water use target for the year 2020. The 2020 UWMP allows the retail supplier to demonstrate whether it has achieved its 2020 target water use reduction. And the water use calculations are in gallons per person per day, GPCD, which is a term we use all the time when we're talking about SBX 7-7. And if you're going to calculate gallons per persons per day, you must have population estimates. I also wanted to note that the upcoming UWMP guidebook addresses all of SBX 7-7 calculations in Chapter 5 as well as Appendix P. And I'm only covering a tiny portion of that today, which is population. So what is gallons per capita per day, GPCD? How is that calculated? It's a volume of water. And in case of SBX 7-7, we have a particular term called gross water, which allows for exclusions. It's very, very defined what gross water is for SBX 7-7. So gross volume of water divided by population served. Now, this is a simplified version of GPCD to illustrate how it's used in the UWMP. There are other calculations mostly for gross water, such as conversions from acre feet to gallons for annual water use to daily water use, exclusions that are allowable. And that will be covered in the upcoming SBX workshop on December 17th. The guidebook that's coming out and another document called methodologies, which we'll talk about later, also cover the additional things. So simplified version of how to calculate GPCD and why you need population. And today, that's what we're covering, population. What population information do I need for my 2020 UWMP? So 2020 population estimates, the census data is not out for 2020, so it's going to be an estimate for 2020. And all suppliers will need this population to calculate their 2020 GPCD. Baseline population estimates. For those of you that don't know what baseline is, when we talk about setting a target, it's a 20% reduction from what? Well, you had to establish your baseline water use, and then you can calculate your target. Most suppliers will have already done this in their 2015 UWMP. There's no need to do those calculations again for the 2020 UWMP. In fact, you need to use those same calculations that you did in 2015 and not recalculate, with some exceptions. So most suppliers will not recalculate their baselines and targets, but some will need to recalculate their baseline because they didn't submit a 2015 urban water management plan, so they don't have those calculations, or their service area expanded or contracted. And this is an important point, that expansion is not due to new construction. The calculations for GPCD, we've already allowed for new construction. The expansion or contraction is, specifically the expansion is for an already developed area, such as you've taken on a new water system. So I'm going to recap. What population information do I need? Everyone needs to recalculate everyone needs to calculate 2020. So you need your population and your gross water use. Baseline population, most people will not need that. But if you do, you will need your whole, the population for the baseline period. Let's see. And the baseline period for purposes of SBX 7-7, I'll just say this, it's a 10 to 15 year period, roughly centered around the year 2010. And all baseline and target calculations are submitted in what we have called an SBX verification form. And that's how you show us all your calculations. And I say most people have done that already in 2015 for their baselines and establishing their target. We are working up a new form that's a subset of tables from the SBX verification form that's solely for the 2020 compliance. So this is where that information is going to go. This is where your population information is going to go, and you're going to show us all your calculations in the SBX verification form. Do I turn this back over to you for the poll, Orit? Orit?
Yeah, right here. Sorry. No, I can just go ahead and do the polls while you keep your slides.
So we're going to have a training on the 17th of December. And it appears to us that the vast majority of suppliers don't need to recalculate baselines and targets. So we're wondering, do we want to even address baselines and targets, or only at a brief high level? Or do we want to have a separate training for those that need baselines and targets and focus another training just for the 2020 compliance? And that's what this poll is asking.
Yeah, so let's just say the options real quick. So option 1 in this poll is that we only do on December 17th a high-level presentation calculating baseline target and 2020 compliance. We already have the schedule arranged, the afternoon of December 17th dedicated to at least this topic, but just specifying. And option 2 is to have 2 separate workshops, but get into the details of baselines and targets on December 17th and leave the compliance reporting for training session for January. Option 3, which seems like it might be most appropriate. Just guessing from your first poll is have separate workshops, but December 17th be dedicated to more of the details of 2020 compliance. Does that sound good? And then later decide for January if we do one that's on baselines and targets.
So Julie, we have some responses. Let me share that with you so you can see there's quite a range of preferences. And so that's something to consider when thinking about the workshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
something to think through, and the input is really helpful. And there are some who don't feel that they need the workshop as well. So that's good to understand the different preferences. Okay, thank you, everyone. And so with that, I think on your next slide, Gwen, there's some time for questions. There is one attendee who has a hand up. That's David Sumi. Did you want to ask a question? Oh, okay, took this hand down. So in the Q&A panel, there is a question. If the agency's service area boundary expanded, but the change in population is all due to new future development, do they need to recalculate the baseline? The land added to the service area did not previously have residential or commercial developments.
A good question. I'm glad you asked that one. I think it's going to come up for a lot of people. And no, you do not need to if the expansion of the service area is new construction. You only need to if you've taken on existing construction, such as there's already a public water system next to you, and for some reason you've annexed with them. New construction, no, we do not need to recalculate baselines.
Thank you. And that's the only question that I see on the Q&A panel. I want to give people just a minute to see if they want to ask additional questions, and if not, we would move forward. Okay, so maybe we can move forward. We can always have some time at the end of the presentations, at the end of the workshop to have a catch-all time for Q&A.
Okay, so let's move on to methods for estimating population. First thing I need to mention is in the legislation, DWR, in the SBX legislation, DWR was directed to provide detailed guidance for all these calculations for SBX. And this is found in a document that's called Methodologies for Calculating Baseline and Compliance Urban Per Capita Water Use. We just call it the Methodologies document. And it's the foundation for the SBX verification form and Chapter 5 and Appendix P, didn't put that in there, of the guidebook. This document provides 9 separate methodologies used for SBX calculations. There are methodologies for calculating your service area, your distribution system, for gross water use, for compliance, GPCD. There are a lot of methodologies in here. We are only going to discuss today population. Within the methodologies, there is one methodology, which is called methodology number 2, and that is service area population. Today, we're going to talk about methods or tools to assist suppliers in estimating their service area population. And these tools will all be in compliance in accordance with the methodology number 2, service area population. For some suppliers, the tools or methods that we're supplying you today might be easily accessible and your service area is going to be easy to figure out. Others are going to have a little harder time. So you may want to refer back to this document, and the link is here, to make sure that you're doing it in accordance with the methodology, because DWR does need to verify, if you're not using a method that we've laid out, that it's in accordance with the methodology. And I'm really sorry that they use the terminology methodology, because we're talking about methods that we're showing you today. I might call them tools. And methods has to be distinguished from methodology, because when I say methodology, I'm referring to something that's in this document. Okay, enough said on that. This is all based in population methodology in the methodologies document. All of these tools that I'm going to lay out for you today. Population data in general. Data published by the U.S. Census Bureau and American Community Survey, which is also a census product, or Department of Finance, which takes census and builds on it with California data. These must serve as the foundational building block for any population estimate. And I just want to also point out that American Community Survey, we're just going to refer to that as ACS. California Department of Finance is DOF. In some instances, data published by those two sources may be directly applicable. In other instances, additional refinements may be necessary, and suppliers may have to supplement the above sources of data with additional sources. Additional sources include your water wholesaler, an association of local governments, county assessor data, planning departments, traffic analysis zone data, local university. Whichever data you use to supplement, you must clearly cite the data source. Because DWR is going to review your population method, and we must determine that it's at least as adequate, that it complies with methodology 2. Before we go on anymore, let's talk about, I'm going to open up for questions if there are any on data.
Yes, Gwen, we have a few questions. One, how about if the client feels that the population done in 2015 was underrepresented, i.e. not all residents took the past census? Do we have to recalculate?
Julie, I'd like you to jump in on that one.
Well, I think that would be up to your client and their discretion of what their preference is. I think that's up to the supplier to make that decision.
So, yeah, I guess we haven't necessarily touched on that one. Is there an option for them to recalculate their baselines and targets if they don't feel 2015 was accurate? I will say a caveat to that, which was the plans were reviewed, they're public documents from 2015, and they were deemed to be appropriate. So changing that, you might want to note that you're changing.
Yeah, the question says, do we have to recalculate? So I guess I misunderstood that. But are they allowed to? I guess is a different subject. We would have to find in the water code if it gives allowance or the flexibility to do that. But otherwise, yeah, they would need to. In any case, they would need a justification of why they have better population counts than before or something.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of other questions from Jeremy Shepard. The year 2020 could end up being a very unique year in terms of truly evaluating GPCD and meeting targets, et cetera, based on demands being impacted from COVID, specifically for systems who serve primarily residential communities that commute outside of the area for work, school, et cetera. However, this year, I would not be surprised to see a significant increase in residential use. Since most folks working and or attending school at home. And I think the questions around implications of COVID have come up throughout the training. So if you want to talk of how it applies specifically here.
Sure. Oh, were you going to say something? I was just going to quote the water code, because that's what we're going back to right now is water code section 10608.24, and it's part D1. And so it's pretty specific, saying that when determining compliance for the daily per capita water use, an urban retail water supplier may consider the following factors. And one of those factors that's listed under part C, if you have access to the water code, and if you don't, we also have that in the SharePoint site with track changes so you can see it. But it says, so one of the factors that you can consider is substantial changes to institutional water use resulting from fire suppression or other extraordinary events during the reporting period. And so then it goes on to say that if the urban retail water supplier elects to adjust its estimate of compliance daily per capita water use due to one of these factors it's listed, then they have to show, provide their basis for it, the data, and how they did the adjustment. The issue that we're seeing, and this is just to be clear, DWR's constraint or whatever, our authority, we're not allowed to go beyond what the water code says. And it's pretty specific that saying an extraordinary event, which COVID-19 certainly is, but that's for being able to consider that as a factor to your institutional water use. And so it doesn't call out residential water use. So we're still trying to figure out, well, I think we're going to talk more about this and we'll have figured it out hopefully by December 17th training. But I just wanted to relay that that's where we are right now is, we have to look at the water code. We can't make adjustments. But what we're suggesting right now is what you do is that you provide it in your narrative about how COVID-19 affected your demand or your use in 2020 as best you can. So you have that documented. Does that sound okay, Gwen?
Yeah, exactly right. And just to let everyone know, the SBX 7-7 verification form, the one that will be used for 2020 compliance, it will be in one of those tables. There are adjustments that can be made in 2020 that are listed in the code. And like Julie pointed out, that one about extraordinary circumstances, there will be a place for you to deduct and exclude water use based on that. So it'll come, go ahead.
Not residential.
But not residential, yeah. Yeah. So however it looks in the table, just to say it will be in the tables, and we do have an allowance for what's in the water code for those exclusions.
Thanks, Gwen. We have another few more questions. Is the population still only looking at permanent residents? Has there been a question about reassessing population for water demand when they are large seasonal fluxes because of vacation home seasonal tourists?
Yes, thank you very much for bringing that up. I meant to have a whole slide on that because it came up a lot in 2015. We expect it again. And for areas that have seasonal population, it's difficult because they have population in the area, let's say a ski resort area. They have a lot of people coming in, second homes, Airbnbs, using water, but the population isn't counted because the census only counts a resident population. So then what it looks like when you do these GPCD calculations, that the permanent residents who are in the census are using an awful lot of water. It's not an accurate representation. And in 2015, we went and really delved into it and tried to come up with a formula, and we just couldn't come up with the one that fit every circumstance. So our fallback, and I'm sorry we can't provide as much guidance as I would like, but we simply ask that you have to come up with a method that you can justify, that makes sense, that's reasonable, and provide that to us. We don't have a tool to allow you to make that adjustment. You have to make your own adjustment, provide us with the logic that you use to make it reasonable, and we'll accept that if it appears to be reasonable.
Thanks, Gwen. Question from Ashley Metzger. Our 2015 plan was revised and is still awaiting approval. We need guidance to determine if the baseline is appropriate to use.
Thank you. What's the name of the supplier?
The Desert Water Agency. Yeah.
How about we get right to that?
Sorry, Ashley, coming soon.
Coming soon, Desert Water Agency. Yeah, sorry to leave you hanging. We'll get to that.
Jake Walsh is asking, it sounds like if the service area boundary does not change for 2020, we should use the population estimated for 2020 in the 2015 plan. However, please confirm population estimates for 2025 and later could be re-estimated. Our utility used 2013 data from a local association of governments to improve population estimates, and we may be interested in using their updated data for 2025 and beyond. So if you can talk a little bit about the projections.
Right, so let me just first talk about the 2020 population estimates that were from 2015. It depends on the method that you use. If you use persons per connection, you can refine that number, and you should refine that number for 2020, because we're going to go over the persons per connection calculation. But now in the year 2020, you actually know how many connections you have and persons per connection. So you can refine that number for 2020 because you have updated information, which is number of connections. Other than that, you may also want to refine 2020 because Department of Finance has 2020 estimates, and they do a lot of work to refine those estimates. That may be better for you. You may want to talk to a planning agency. I would strongly suggest that you refine your 2020 estimates rather than use the 2015. For projections beyond 2020, that's outside the scope of SBX 7-7 calculations. We don't have methodologies as strict as this for those calculations. SBX calculations only go as far as 2020. Anything beyond that is covered by other sections of water code and don't have that strict of guidance. We just ask that you cite your sources.
Thanks, Gwen. Related to that, another comment and question, SB 13 ADUs has effectively added population density and arguably land to our district, which was formerly built out. We are looking at any savings from water conservation, SBX 7 and SB 606 and AB 1668. Water conservation being used to support the population that will result from this densification, which was not anticipated in 2015. Can we document this as compliance with SB X7, but recognize that future demand will stay the same as population will grow?
That is a dense question. And Julie, I'm not sure that I can really answer that one. Do you have an answer for that?
I don't have an answer for that at this time. Maybe we can add, I mean, maybe that's something that we could try to find the answer to and that
yeah,
in a written response.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so yeah, maybe come back to it because this was actually upvoted, so there's interest from more than one participant in understanding this.
Okay.
And maybe that's part of the SBX 7 conversation. Can we consider evaluating versus 2019 demands?
I think this question went along with the person's other comment or question about COVID adjustment.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've covered that.
So we don't have authority as DWR staff to make the decision that it's okay to use 2019 water use demand data for the compliance calculation for 2020. So unfortunately, we don't have authority to change the water code without a lengthy stakeholder process.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There are quite a bit of conversation around the service area boundary. There's a question in regard to whether COVID may significantly change water demand, hence requiring recalculation. Isn't it DWR's responsibility to provide some guidance? And I think you just responded that would any significant changes would require its own process.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would also like to add, you know, we put forth the guidebook and we do our best to try and cover, you know, as many cases, you know, on a general basis, and specific cases can also be handled specifically. But, you know, the guidebook is something that DWR voluntarily prepares in order to assist suppliers in meeting the water code requirements. And we do our best to try and take into account many considerations. Something like COVID is very difficult because it happens suddenly and its long-term effects are kind of unknown, and it's going to be variable what those effects are across the different suppliers. So there will be certain cases where it is a big deal and other cases where it's not that big of a deal because the increase in residential is balanced out by the reduction in commercial. So on a case-by-case basis, the best that we can advise suppliers to do is to explain their situation thoroughly in their water management plan, what has happened, what is done, present the results that they can to show how, you know, things are. So perhaps in the plan they present 2019 data, but in the submittal, you know, tables, because they have to show 2020 compliance, they have to show 2020 compliance. But it can be explained as to exactly what is going on in the plan, in the text, and it's highly advised that suppliers do that in any cases where they are running into problems.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks, Sabrina.
Thank
I just wanted to quickly look at the time and say, before the break, I have quite a few things I want to talk about, and a lot of these questions that are coming up are about compliance, GPCD, which is great, but that's more for the next workshop. We want to help you in this workshop determine your population. So maybe we could just take one more question, but then I'd like to move on to talk about population methods.
Yeah, I know we have just one participant who would like to ask a question in person. We have Lisa Coburn-Boyne. So I'm just unmuting you and you can ask your question. Lisa, did you want to ask a question? Maybe not. Okay. Well, in that case, we have someone who's asking if water is sold to another water agency and the water agency service area falls within the seller's boundary, does the population of the water agency buying the water need to be counted?
Let's go to the next, perfect segue to my next slide.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think we're ready for that.
Okay. Well, not quite my next slide. We will be talking about that though, so hang on. So we have different methods or tools for estimating population. Department of Finance, DOF, American Community Survey, ACS, both of those are based in census data. Persons per connection, you haven't heard of that, and DWR's Population Tool. And there's many other methods that people use, but we are laying out some tools that can help you. That's not an exclusive list. You are free to use other methods, but You may have to use more than one. California Department of Finance, DOF. This is really useful if you're an incorporated city. It's going to provide you, if you need to do baseline, it's going to provide you the population data for all your baseline period. It's also going to give you 2020 population data. Note, they're not using 2020 census data because it's not out yet. It's just an estimate. This is an important point. The next thing in the box here, it's only for, DOF is only for incorporated cities. And your service area boundary has to correspond by 95% or more with the boundaries of a city during the baseline period and the year 2020. Then you can use population data directly from the DOF tables for your service area population. Here's where you can find the DOF population tables. And we put a gold star on this one because if you get to use DOF data, if you are a city and you are serving, as they say, the city, the whole city, and nothing but the city, you use Department of Finance, and it's really straightforward and easy. Wouldn't that be nice if everyone got to do that? But a lot of people are not, a lot of agencies are not a city, a whole city, and nothing but the city. Okay, American Community Survey, ACS. This is if you're an incorporated city or a census designated place. Although I would say if you're an incorporated city, use DOF because they give you 2020 data. But if you're a census designated place, you can't get it from DOF, you get it from American Community Survey. And it does not provide 2020 population estimates. You're gonna have to use another method for that. And again, the same thing that applied for DOF, your service area has to correspond by 95% or more with the boundaries of a city or designated census designated place to use the data from American Community Survey. So let's talk about service area. This was the question that came up that I said we were going to get to. To make it, this is the best scenario, that red dotted boundary, let's say that's a city boundary or a CDP boundary. And I'm not saying that this is realistic, but because this doesn't go right through buildings. If you serve that area within the boundary, the whole area and nothing else, that's great. You can use CDP or American or ACS, but most agencies are not in that situation. Some serve an area outside the city boundary. So you, in that case, you can use the DOF or ACS for the service area population here, but you need another method to calculate here, and you add them both together. There's another situation, which was brought up in the question. Within the city boundary, you do not serve this area. Let's say it's a university and they're on a private well. You can use the DOF data, but you have to find the population for this with another method and subtract it from your population. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say about that. And again, if you're going to use, if you're going to use the DOF or ACS data, your boundary has to be 95% or better that it overlaps. And we don't determine that, we let you make that determination. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say on that. Are there questions on that service area? Guess not. No questions?
No questions. No
Okay.
questions.
Okay. let's move on. So that was using DOF for ACS, basically straight from census. There's another method called persons per connection. And this is an estimate. It is based in census data for the census years. And it can be used by any supplier, and it provides baseline population for non-census years. You have to use another method to estimate population for the census years. That's where the population tool could come in handy, which we'll be talking about. Persons per connection does also provide a 2020 population estimate. So there are two more slides following this one that talk about the method, but I'm just going to quickly go over the steps in persons per connection. For the first step, you want to base everything in the census years because you have a known population, you have a known number of connections. For each census year that data is available, determine the number of persons per connection by dividing total population by number of service connections. That gives you persons per connection for each census year. For the baseline non-census years, determine persons per connection by interpolating between the census years available. Then calculate the 2020 persons per connection by creating a trend line of persons per connection from the year 2000 to the year 2010 and continuing that trend to 2020. Then you determine the population for each non-census year, including 2020, by multiplying number of service connections by persons per connection for that year. So that's a lot that I just said. And I'm going to try and break it down just a little bit more here for you. Focusing on 2020, not baseline years. So one thing we ask that you have to have is type of service connections that you're going to use for these calculations. This comes from your own records. You're going to get population from the census years. That's from census data, however you can get it. And you have to have number of service connections. Well, what kind of service connections are we talking about? And this depends on the supplier's use of the various sectors of water use. Could be that the supplier breaks down single family use versus multifamily use. Could also be that they combine single family and multifamily. They don't break them out in their sector reporting, and it's all residential. Could be that they have different line items for commercial, industrial, institutional. It could be that they combine that and call it all CII. It could be there are actually some suppliers that don't break out their water use by sector, and it's all service connections. So we have to respect, of course, how suppliers break down their deliveries. We can't make them subdivide something that's not been subdivided. You can use what service connections you have. You can use single family and multifamily separate. You can use all residential. You can use all. And persons per connection for 2020 population. Let's start up here. In the census years, this is where you start. This is a known number, your census population 2,500 for this year. Your census population for 2010, known numbers. Number of service connections, take that from your data for 2010, plug it in there, 2000, plug it in here. This provides us, by doing this calculation, 2,500 divided by 1,000 gives us, for the year 2000, 2.5 persons per connection. There it is, 2.5, because you had 1,000 connections, 2,500 population. Do the same for 2010. 3,600 is the population, 1,200 is the connections, and we calculate persons per connection. Now for 2020, what do we know? We know number of connections from our records. We don't know population. That's what we're going to calculate. We don't know persons per connection, so we extrapolate. In 2000, it was 2.5 persons per connection. In 2010, it was 3 persons per connection. So that trend line is going to take us to 2020. We have 3.5 persons per connection. And once we have that number calculated, this is known, we can calculate the population for 2020. I just want to point out here that this number, persons per connection, which is extrapolated from history, right, down this trend line, sometimes people think that that number is inaccurate because the trend line maybe had a bump in it and then it continues along that bump. So, you know, that's up to you to fiddle with that. If you think this isn't going to work for you, you should try another method. And I'm just also going to point out, this is the method used by the DWR Population Tool. Okay. Okay, so we covered persons per connection. Do we have any questions on persons per connection?
There is a question about, for you to clarify the 95% overlap. What is that based on?
It's in the methodologies. The document that DWR had to come up with all these methodologies. It's your service area boundary has to overlap by 95% or better to the boundary of the city or the CDP if you're going to use DOF or ACS data.
Thank you. That's the only question. Oh, a question from Spencer Waterman. Do we have to get DWR approval to adjust persons per connection from 2011-2020?
No, just provide justification.
Thank you. And these are all the questions that we have right now.
Okay, the last thing I'm going to cover before the break. Oh, sorry, 2 more things. The DWR Population Tool, which we're going to go walk through after the break, but it can be used by any supplier. It provides baseline population data for census and non-census years, and it provides 2020 population estimates. The population tool determines service area population for census years by extracting U.S. Census data at the block level for boundaries that are submitted by the user. For non-census years, or for census years when data is not yet available, like 2020, the population tool uses persons per connection. So here's the website for it. We'll be going through this after the break. And you must have electronic maps of your service area and the number of supplier service connections. And again, we're going to go through that after the break. And lastly, other methods. This is wide open. Suppliers may estimate their population using other methods developed in-house by a wholesaler, association of governments, consultant, university, or other entity. You may supplement listed methods with additional local data, such as data from the county assessor, building permits, planning department, traffic analysis zones. However, DWR must determine that the alternate method complies with the requirements of methodology, that should be methodology 2 of the methodologies document, and is at least as accurate as the methods recommended by DWR. The supplier must provide a description of the method that provides enough detail for DWR to make this evaluation. DWR recommends a supplier seek a pre-review from DWR to assess the adequacy of any proposed alternate population methodologies. Clearly cite your data sources. Okay,
So
Q&A on methods.
Yeah, we have a few questions. There is one from your previous explanations. We have a sphere of service boundary that extends beyond our city boundary. However, within our city boundary, we have a development moratorium in a large portion of our hillside, passed through a measure approved by the voters. What is the best method to determine population in our situation?
So if I understood that correctly, you match the city boundaries, but you have an additional area, correct?
They're describing a sphere that extends beyond the city, and within the city boundaries, they have development moratorium in a large portion of hillside.
The population will still be captured. Whether there's a moratorium or not, the population within that city will still be captured by any of these methods that we talked about. The moratorium won't affect the count of the population. I'll just point out that you can use that city's population, but you also have to estimate your population out the area that you serve outside the boundary.
Mm-hmm. If a supplier decides to change the methodology that they utilized in 2015, what is the process for working with DWR to make those changes?
Well, again, if you're going to use a methodology that's other, right, it's not DOF, not ACS, not the population tool, we recommend that you contact us because we don't want you to go through a bunch of calculations and then you go through, you've got a final plan, you go to the board for adoption, you have your public hearing, and then we look at the population and methods say, no, that doesn't work. Better for you to check in with us first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's another question from Kayla Whiteside. Is the DWR population tool appropriate for use by wholesalers?
You can, but wholesalers don't need to do SBX calculations. What the tool will, the tool is going to provide, you're going to give them a polygon in electronic map, and it's going to give you the population for the census years for those polygons. You're going to upload a polygon and say this is 2010, upload another one, this is 2000. It's going to overlay it on the census data for that census year. But the tool is meant for retailers, and it does all these calculations based for SBX, and it's got baseline information and number of connections, which wholesalers won't necessarily have that information. I haven't ever tried it for a wholesaler. It's not intended for a wholesaler, but you can try it. I'm not sure how far you can get without having all that other information.
Thank you. Another question from Betty Hilton. Is there a specific tool recommended for populations that have a higher transient population than permanent residents?
No, so thank you for bringing that up again. This is an important question for high transient populations, and that's, for example, those that have seasonal populations that aren't recorded in the census. So it looks like a lot of water use for a small population. We tried to come up with a methodology. We could not to cover all the situations. We simply require, and this is in the methodologies document, methodology 2 population, that you provide us your estimate for population trying to account for that seasonal use, and a reasonable methodology, and give us enough information so that we can determine it's reasonable.
Thanks, Gwen. So this rounds off all the questions that we have. And I think we're at a time for a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to go through the DWR population tool. So we'll be back at 11:12. Thanks, everyone. All right, Gwen, back to you. Maybe before you get started, there's just one question. Please confirm that the 2020 population estimate applies and is used in the same way whether a supplier reports in calendar years or fiscal years.
Well, the census data, and Julie, maybe you can pop in on this one. They don't specify what type of year. It should be the same. I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here. Maybe Julie, you can confirm that no matter the type of year you use, whether it's calendar or water year, that the census data would be appropriate. It was in 2015.
Yeah, I don't think that would have changed. I mean, they're all estimates.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Oops. Okay, so now let's walk through the DWR Population Tool. And I want to say that we were really happy. We worked with a consultant to develop this population tool last time, because a lot of suppliers are not a city, a whole city, and nothing but the city. They have varied population, varied service areas that don't conform with a city or CDP. And we initially had a manual method for doing it, which was very complicated. And we were happy to release the population tool in 2015. We hope you'll still find it useful. We'll walk through that in just a minute, because you do need to have electronic maps. That's something Julie is going to talk about, and where you can get these maps if you don't have them, or how you can develop them. Julie?
Sure, thanks, Gwen. So as Gwen said, there are a few different options of where you can get or create your own service area map. The main source we suggest going to probably first is the state's geo portal. The State Water Board has taken over responsibility of the service areas that are for all sizes of water systems. These are available at that link, and I'll put it into the chat in a minute, the gis.data.ca.gov website. And from there, you have the choice of what format you want to download the full set of water system boundaries as. And you would select to download them as KML, unless you'd prefer to use another format. If you have Esri, ArcGIS or something on your computer, you could use that. But we suggest you download them as KML, and then you open them in Google Earth, which is a free software. And you can then you select, you go find the water boundary for your water system and select it, and you can save it as its own individual KML file. You would then upload that to the population tool. Many water suppliers have more than one, are made up of more than one public water system ID. And so that data set will have, is the unit of analysis is by specific water system. So a supplier may have 6 or more water systems it's made at, that are organized under it, that is including as part of its urban water management plan. So in that case, you would just make sure to select all of the PWS IDs while you're in Google Earth, and you can save them all as a KML file together. And then you would upload that to the population tool. Alternatively, there are, again, we don't work with Google, but Google Earth is the free software, as is Google Maps. Both of them allow you to draw a polygon of your own service area. So we put instructions there on the right side of the screen for just the basic steps of how to draw a polygon in Google Earth. It's something that's, if you're not familiar with this and you need to do it, it's widely available. If you search for it on the internet, there are, YouTube videos of doing this. So it's pretty straightforward. You can draw it yourself. And same with on Google Maps. If you've used that before, you can go to My Google Maps and open that. Again, you can also search on the internet for very simple instructions on doing this, but you literally draw it on your screen. And on top of as an overlay on Google Maps, and then you can save it as a KML file. Alternatively, you can use ArcGIS and draw it from there. And then there's an export option or a tool that will allow you to transfer a shape file from ArcGIS and to export it as a KML file. So that's the basics. The DWR also has been working on service area boundaries through its landscape area measurement project. And so many of you, we think by this point, you probably have service area boundaries for your water supplier, or the water supplier themselves probably has them. But if you don't, in worst circumstances, these are options that you can draw them. So again, you want to check the state geoportals data set to make sure that that does align with what your understanding of the service area is too, before you call it complete.
Great. Thank you so much, Julie. This is important for you. You must have the service area maps, and this is a really good explanation or resources that Julie provided on how you can get them. And I'll just note that you have to use the population tool. You're going to need to upload a map that you identify as the census year 2000, right? We're using census data. So you need a map for your service area in the year 2000. You need a map for your service area in 2010 and 1990. Those are the 3 years of census data that are in the population tool. 2020 is not yet available. If it becomes available in time for the UWMP, we'll let you know, but right now it's not available. So you need a service area map for all of the census years, and perhaps your boundary hasn't changed. So great, you upload the same one and you use it for all years. So.
And Gwen, I believe we have just a quick poll to check with people about their mapping of their service area.
Yes.
And so here we go. Just to check in with our participants to get a sense of where people are at. So we're asking if you have a 2000, 2010, and 2020 maps of service areas. And I'll let it run for a few more seconds. It looks like majority of people have some maps, KML or otherwise, in terms of format. And there are some people who do not have these. So I'm just gonna keep it for a few seconds. And I'll go ahead and share it. So thank you to those who responded to the poll. There you go.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
But still, there's quite a few that don't have it, and we expected that.
Yeah. All right, so I'll turn it back to you to go over the...
And there's one thing that I need to mention that's a special situation. Well, sort of special. If your service area expanded or contracted between 2015 and 2020, and you have to redo the baselines, you are in a unique position of having to upload a 2020 service area map. No one else will do that. And the reason you have to do that, and it's laid out in the methodologies document, you now have a larger service area than you had before, and you have to calculate baselines and targets for the expanded service area. So you have to go back and do your baseline calculations. You need population for the baseline period for your new service area. Remember, this is not new construction. This is if you took on a new public water system, for example. So we have some more instructions on that in the population tool, but I just wanted to point that out. Your service area is different than 2015, not based on new construction. You will need to upload your 2020 map. So we'll go over that in a moment. And now we will,
Gwen, there's a quick question with regard to the poll that we just had, asking why would a map of the year 2000 service area be needed?
so if you do your baseline, no, let me speak a little more thoughtfully. To do the persons per connection calculation, which is what the population tool does, you're going to wind up taking your historical population from the census years 2000, 2010, you put in the map, it gives you that population information. You plug in your number of connections. Now you have a persons per connection for 2000 and 2010. Now it's going to extrapolate to 2020 what your persons per connection are, and you put in number of connections. So because of the persons per connection methodology, you have to have this historical information.
Thank you. So you're using that to set trends.
Yes.
To project.
So let's do a walkthrough of the tool. If you're not familiar with WUI data, WUI stands for water use efficiency, and that's who you're talking to here at DWR. That's our little subsection. And you will be going in here for the population tool and put in the data for your urban water management plans as well as other things. WUIdata.water.ca.gov is where I'm at. If you are new and you've never been in, just follow this, new to WUI data, and we'll get you in. But for right now, I'm going to log in. And here it is, WUI data. What are the things that are here? Here's our DWR population tool, which is what we're going to go through today. But you'll also use this for urban water management tools. And this is where you're going to input your UWMP data when the time comes. You can also pull out 2015 data if you wanted that. Water loss audit reporting tool, agricultural water management tools, model water efficiency landscape ordinance. Oh, that's not up yet. That's only visible to DWR. That will be coming up. So here we are, WUI data. Let's launch the population tool. Okay, first we have to explain a bunch of things. This tool is offered to assist urban water suppliers estimate population served for use in their urban water management plans. If you're not an authorized representative of an urban water supplier, your request to use the tool on behalf of that supplier will be denied. And you'll see that process as we go through it. Here we are referencing the 2020 guidebook with a link to it and the methodologies document, which we had talked about earlier. And these are foundations that we use for the population tool. There's such a thing called regional reporting where you can work with other suppliers. We're not going to address this right now, simply to say that you calculate population for each supplier separately and then sum them up. And I'm not going to go into the details of regional reporting. But I do want to go into this right here. For more information about the how population is determined, view the methodology. Determine service area population for census years by extracting U.S. census data at the block level for boundaries submitted by the user. For non-census years, it's persons per connection. Now here are a couple of caveats on the population tool in case you think those numbers are not coming out quite right for you. And if you're in this situation where you need further refinement, you may be going to a consultant. You may be going to a university geography department. I know CSU Fullerton has a Center for Demographic Research, and a lot of Southern California agencies went to them to get their population data. So let me just tell you these couple caveats on the population tool. The edge of your service area boundary, it may bisect some census blocks. The tool determines the percentage of the census block's land area within the service boundary and applies that percentage to the census block population. For example, if 70% of a census block is within your service area, the tool calculates 70% of the block's population and add that number to your service area population. This may not be an accurate method for rural and sparsely populated areas where the population, for example, is concentrated more towards the inside of the service area and the rest of it is empty or nearly so. In that case, what this tool does may not be appropriate for you. The other thing is this 2020 persons per connection. The tool calculates the 2020 person per connection by creating a trend line of persons per connection from the year 2000 to 2010 and continuing that trend line. This may not be accurate for all areas. If the supplier determines that the person per connection methodology as used in this tool does not accurately estimate their service area population, the supplier may use another population methodology. Okay. Should I take questions now or read on this basis before we actually go in further?
Sure, we can see if there are any questions before you walk through it. I don't see any questions, but let's give it just a minute to see if anything comes up. I don't see any questions, so why don't we move forward and then we can take questions at the end.
Great, thank you. So what data do you need to use the DWR population tool? One, we talked about this, electronic maps of the supplier's service area. Population tool will combine these electronic maps with data from the U.S. Census for the census years 1990, 2000, and 2010. These are the data sets from the census that we have in the tool. Previously uploaded boundaries for your 2015 UWMP, if you use this tool, may still be in here, and you can access those. We will show that. Service area maps must be in KML format, and we have a link just sort of specifying what KML is. I want to just talk a little bit. This is sort of what we've already discussed. So they have to be in KML format. You can use Google Earth. Existing maps are from the State Water Resources Control Board, and there's multiple ways you can get a map. Service area maps must reflect the boundaries for 1990, 2000, and 2010. You may not have had a service area for all this length of time. The tool still works if you have less than these 3 years. I think you have to have a minimum of 2. And in an area not served by the supplier, as we talked about before, you have to remove that population, and you can calculate that population in this population tool. Any boundary that you upload and you say, this is my service area, you can take it down and replace it with, let's say, that donut hole that you're not serving. And so first you upload your service area, you get the total population for that, take those down, put up the donut hole, get that population and subtract it. Or if you have an additional service area, more than one, you can do many calculations by taking down your maps and putting them back up again for a different area. So what are the three things that we need? We need electronic maps. We need connections and baseline information. One last point on these maps. Talked about this a minute ago. If the service area has changed since the baseline years, not expanded solely to new development, you are going to be you're going to be using a modified use of this population tool. And here are the instructions, but basically you're going to upload your 2020 map of your new service area, and you're going to identify it for all the census years. You have to have a look back for that service area. So not everyone's going to have to do that. It's a small subset. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. Just to say, if your service area changed, you can still use the population tool, but you're going to modify your use. Maps. You have to have maps. You have to have number of past and current service connections, because it uses persons per connection method. You need to report the number of active service connections in your service area for at least the years 2010 and 2020. Now, we talked about, well, what kind of service connections is that? And that depends on what sectors you use. Do you use all residential combined? Are you using single family, multifamily? Are you using all connections? And that's discussed in here. We've talked about it already. So for interest of time and going through the tool, I'll just say that much about it. You also need baseline information in order for the tool to work properly and do all its calculations. Get that from your 2015 UWMP. That's where you're going to get all your baseline information. For those few suppliers that didn't do the 2015 UWMP or have to recalculate their baseline and target, you're going to have to use your new form. Most suppliers will use the 2015. Okay, so recap. What do you need? You need maps, number of connections, and baseline information to use this tool. So what's going to come up would be which supplier you're associated with. And you're going to have to associate by doing this, because if you're a new user, you won't have any water supplier associated. There are some permissions involved. You're going to send a request and it's going to let you know whether you can use it, or you're going to contact the agency. Is it okay for them to use this on your behalf? Yes or no? So in this case, we just have a test agency 1. So I've already been approved to use this population tool for test agency 1, and I'm going to use this supplier. Here you have a choice. Do you want to upload by public water system boundaries, especially if you have multiple and they're not contiguous? That's probably the best method. Or service area boundary, you might have 2 systems and they're next to each other, so you just combine them into one file. It doesn't matter, whichever one you choose to use. In this instance, I'm going to use service area boundary. Now look what we already have in the system. I'm happy to see, if I'm a user, I'm happy to see, oh look, for test agency 1, we already have a 1990 boundary and a 2000 boundary, but we do not have a 2010. Okay, I happen to have a 2010 KML file of my service area. So I'm going to edit these boundaries and add one. So this shows this file for 2000, this file for 1990, but 2010, nothing. I'm going to upload a 2010 boundary. Choose a KML file below from your files. Where else can you get it? Here's other places you can get it. I'm going to choose a file from my personal computer. I just happen to have it. There it is. Upload that boundary. So now, newly added, now I have a 2010 boundary, I have a 2000 boundary, I have a 1990. No more boundaries. We're good. And you can remove them if you want to and put different ones up. Yep, there it shows. I've got test agency 1. I've got boundaries for all these 3 years. I'm happy with that. Now it's going to show me those boundaries so that I can say, yeah, that looks right. And here, let's show you which ones. 1990, that's my service area. I'm going to look at that and say, yep, I'm happy with that. 2000, oh, right, yes, we added this other public water system in some time between 1990 and 2000. And in 2010, same thing. Okay, that looks good. So I've verified that those maps are accurate. Now we have to put in our baseline information. What was the number of years in my baseline period? This is from your SBX verification form. I'm just going to put in 10. The year beginning the baseline period, again, right from your form. The 5-year baseline period right there. So I put in the information from my form. What type of connection data do you have? Single family and multifamily separately, all residential connections, or total service connections? For this one, I'm putting in, I think I'm going to do this one, residential connections only. That's what I've got, so that's what I have to use. Okay, so now the tool has done some calculating for me. It took my map that I put in for 1990, put it on census data, and gave me a population for that service area. It did the same for year 2000, where I uploaded the 2000 map, and for 2010. So that in itself is a great tool. But we need 2020 population, right? And if you're doing your baselines, you've also got to get this different baseline year information. But let's just concentrate on 2020 for the moment. Okay, I had some numbers here that were actually going to make this work out like I wanted. Data. Okay, for 1990, I'm going to say, and you know this from your service records, we had 30,000 residential connections in 1990. We had 50,000. Remember, we added on that other public water system, and it didn't change too much in the next year. So I know this number from my records. I know this number from census, and it calculates for me the persons per connection for all these years. It does this calculation here for the census year, and this census year, and that census year, and then interpolates between them, including 2020. So now I've got all my persons per connection for every year in the baseline period and 2020. If you're only doing 2020 calculations, it's not so wonderful that you have all the baseline information, but well, anyway, there it is. But let me just point out, if this 2020 persons per connection seems inaccurate, we created a trend line to give you the 2020 persons per connection. And this shows a decline. And if this doesn't represent the actual trend, the calculated population may not be accurate. There is a modification that we'll accept. You think that 1.92, how persons per connection went down to 1.92. It's going to make your population look funny. The user will use the results from the population tool, but will modify persons per connection and population for the year 2020. Instead of using persons per connection for 2020 as calculated by the tool, the user will use persons per connection that the tool calculated for the year 2010. The user will then multiply 2010-2020 persons connection by the number of connections for 2020 to arrive at their population. Please include the tables from the population tool and document the modification. Okay, that's a side note. Okay, I hated to dive into that, but it had to be talked about. What I'm just going to refer to back now is we have our persons per connection for all these years, including 2020. Now, the next step is what's going to get us our actual population numbers. So I'm going to go up here to next. This is where you need your number of connections. Chart of population. I'm just going to go to 2020, and it's showing me historic. So what the tool it calculated in the last page was this persons per connection, and it's filling it in for my baseline period, the 10 to 15 year baseline, the 5-year baseline, and the 2020. Most people are only going to care about 2020. You're not recalculating your baseline. Let's say our population in 2020 is 60,000. Oh, sorry, number of connections, not population. Number of connections, right? Number of connections, 50, 60, yeah. 60,000. There. It multiplied the number of connections that I have from my records by this calculated persons per connection and provides me a 2020 population. For some reason, based on your local information, that seems funny. Maybe this is funny. You can use go back and use the 2010 persons per connection, recalculate with that allowable modification. That is the population tool. And if you need your baseline, you just have to put in the number of connections here. As it did this calculation and provided you with population, it will also do for all the baseline years. Most people are only going to need the 2020 population. So that's the end of the walkthrough, and now I'd like to take questions.
Great, thanks, Gwen, for going through that. We have a few questions, starting with, does the tool assume a linear trend? Looks like that's what you were covering.
Yes, the tool does assume linear trends, and that may not be appropriate for you. This tool doesn't work in every situation, so yeah, keep that in mind. It does provide linear trends.
Thanks. Another question, can you use multiple population estimating tools? For example, use the DWR Population Tool for urban areas and a different method for rural tools, and then sum the two together.
Absolutely. A lot of agencies are going to have to use a couple, more than one method to actually get their population. We allow for that.
And another question to see if you can help with that. Do you know if an ESRI shapefile of a service area boundary can be converted to the KML format?
I think so. Julie, do you have an answer to that one? Because I think we might even address that. But yes. Julie?
Yeah, definitely. You just go into tools in ArcMap and go into the tool box or options. You can search for KML, and then one of the tools that will pop up for you is to export as a KML or to convert from shapefile to KML.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't see any other questions. So maybe we can go back to, oh, here's one question. It sounds like the DWR Population Tool is best suited for a non-city agency. Any thoughts on where it's most appropriate?
I agree with that assessment. If you're a city agency, DOF is your go-to. And if you're a census designated place, the ACS is your go-to. However, ACS does not provide 2020 estimates. In that case, if you have all your baseline, but you still need 2020, you can use a manual calculation of persons per connection methodology, which is exactly what the tool does. Or you can upload your files, you can upload your maps if you have them, and let the tool do it for you.
All right. Well, thanks, Gwen. It looks like we don't have any additional questions.
Okay.
And really appreciate you walking us through and explaining the process. And so I'm going to turn it back to you, Julia. And Gwen, maybe you can run the slides for Julia. There's just a couple
Sure.
that highlights the upcoming training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, thank you, Gwen, for all that technical detail and walking through the tool and different population methods. That hope that this was a helpful training. We plan to have this available, the recording of it uploaded to YouTube by next week. And so we'll send out a notice when that's available. And the materials we'll post by tomorrow of the slide deck that you just viewed to the stakeholder SharePoint site. Again, the email address to request access for that is, I think it's in the chat box, but it's WUE at water.ca.gov. The upcoming trainings we have scheduled are, well, we have 2 right now on the books. The December 17th, we have a morning training that is from 10 a.m. to noon. And that one is focused on the energy intensity reporting and the training on how to do that. So, and also how to find information that is now required if it's readily obtainable. The calculation itself of intensity is not required, but the information that could lead up to that on energy use related to your water supply is required if it's readily available to the supplier. In the afternoon that day, we are having the training that Gwen is going to present on, well, to be determined, but compliance reporting for SBX 77. So that's where you would use these population estimates. And right now we have a to be confirmed training for January 13th on incorporating climate change considerations into your plan. And we are in development and discussion for the other trainings that will be offered in January and possibly into February. So we'll keep you posted on as those are scheduled. Then again, as we've said before, the recording of this training will be posted next week to the DWR YouTube page. And the trainings that we held last week, those were on Appendix C, reporting reduced reliance on the Delta. That was held last week. And then the training on how to use the optional planning tool, which is offered. It's an additional tool this time for the urban water management plan for calculating and conducting your drought risk assessment. Those trainings were held last week, and they'll be posted this week on the DWR YouTube page. We'll send out a link to that urban listserv once those are posted with the link. So thank you all for your participation today and your questions. This will also help. We hope that it was helpful to you, and we think that it will, by posting the recordings, we hope that it will be helpful to other suppliers and people that are preparing the plans. It's going to run one more poll here.
And Julie, if I can just add to that, because we're having multiple training, that in addition to just responding to the poll, if you have any suggestions for making this a better training, please feel free to add your comments in the chat and just let us know. This training is meant to support your work, and we just want to make sure that we're getting feedback and responding to your needs. So thanks for joining us today.